Hi everybody. The video will start real soon, but I just wanted to let you know that in it I made a small mistake and said navel when I should have said solar plexus. And I'll correct that with a title um, on the bottom of the video where I made that mistake so it's accurate. But I just wanted to let you know that, and there was one point where I thought I should correct that by re-recording the whole video and so forth. But then I realized rather than coming at you from a point of ego, I would come to you from an open heart and just cop to my error, make it right, and we move forward together from there. So just wanted to let you know. And the other thing is, yes, I do know that I need a haircut. Thanks. Hi everybody. It's a beautiful day in southwest Colorado, so I thought I'd bring my camera outside and start doing videos besides from right in front of my computer. I want to talk today about opening your heart center because I think it's so important for our growth of our consensus reality. And so if we move in that direction together, I think we can change the world. Now, opening your heart center is something you do usually following establishing safely your first three chakras, you know, the three chakras that are below your navel, basically. And those chakras are all to do with survival and your ego, which, you know, an ego is an important thing. You know, it's what we it's how we get along in this world, is with our egos. But somewhere along the line we start to realize that we can sort of dissolve that ego, or dissolve its hold on us, realize we actually have mastery over it rather than the other way around. And then the main thing is we start to realize that we are not our egos, that you know, I make $125,000 a year, drive a red Maserati, and have the most beautiful wife in the world is not who I am anymore. Who I am is a spiritual being, a being of energy. That's why we say a being of light, because light is how we describe our energy. And so when we begin to disidentify with the ego and identify with this self that a lot of us call our higher self, then our heart's open to love, and our heart is right, you know, right in our sternum, and it's actually a real thing. You know, there's a cluster of nerves and so forth that do some thinking. In fact, they figured out the heart center has a bigger signal than the brain does, electromagnetic signal. But anyway, the reason it's so important for us to open our hearts is because, well, for one thing, we've been living in a world in which the agreement is that we close our hearts, that we become calloused to each other, that we exist in ego. And there's all kinds of speculation about why that occurred. But there's a lot of us, you're probably one of them, who are beginning to see that for some reason this isn't working out. You know, we're taking resources at a rate that our children won't be able to use those resources, or our grandchildren. We're seeing a real decay of the environment. We've got all kinds of xeno, which means alien estrogens in our environment, that is changing the way we develop, and we just kind of realize together that we need to stop. And once we open our hearts, we begin to see that we are of each other. We belong to each other. We actually are each other, and we're connected to each other through the source, through the great mystery. And so there's no division between us except our perceived division. But also another reason, besides changing the world, which could stand all alone, of course, was that just as we developed the first three chakras as we were young, and the first one above the navel is the heart. So we begin to rise, and we begin to get a sense of our identities as they are expressed in our throat chakra and our third eye. And I think the most important reason to open your heart is so that you can open your third eye, because that's the information receiver. And you might have, hopefully you watched that video about how we might be receiving information through the morphic field, basically an electromagnetic field that is storing information for us. And that information is becoming available, and you'll see all over that people are beginning to know and do things that they've never done before, myself included. You wouldn't catch me doing a YouTube video telling you what I know, but all I know is that I'm along the path. I know there's plenty of folks ahead of me along the path, and plenty of folks behind me along the path. So anyone who might not know this might benefit from it. Those who already know it can probably help me explain it better or add to the conversation, and I hope they do. But anyway, so along the path to the third eye is your throat chakra. And so I'm learning about my throat chakra. I'm using it right now. I'm having this desire, but it's also a call. It's almost like answering a call to express myself, express who I am and my contribution to this consensus reality that we're creating right now. So I'm speaking, and then the other thing is the third eye, and I've been working on developing my perception of the third eye for a long time, but in the past, I'd say 12 months, I've had an accelerated urgency of trying to be more and more receptive to that. Now, once your third eye begins to open, you start to see things you've never seen before and realize things you've never realized before. I know it's true with me, and I've also, what's really cool about all this is that I'm learning that the things that I got intellectually, now I'm perceiving in a more fundamental and broader perspective. So I'm getting things even deeper, concepts like all is one or as above, so below. These things are starting to make so much sense. Well, not so much sense. That was my mind. Now I'm getting it right to the core of my being, and I think the benefit is that we can all get this, and we can all move to a stronger consensus reality. All I want to do is touch on consensus reality real quick. Just as when we're driving in America, we all stick on the right side of the road, and we kind of know general passing rules, and we know how not to kill each other on the highways. That's basically a real microcosm view of a consensus reality. We agree how to move about the planet. Well, in the broader sense, our culture and our belief system and our way of treating each other is somehow pathological. You might have noticed as I said, we're on the wrong road, and we know that we have this sense that we can right ourselves and correct our course. And so a lot of us, that's exactly what we're doing. That's probably exactly what you're doing. And so we can change this consensus reality and make it beneficial, more collaborative, and healthier for both the human race, all the animal and plant beings, and then Mother Earth herself. So thanks for listening, and keep up the good work.